face. Oh, so you're broad.
Marshall's here now. Marshall, thank you. Let's see.
Is there anyone in this room you don't know?
I don't think he's ever really known me.
I mean, like, I never really know anybody, but I know them. Like, we used to take the bus together.
Oh yeah.
That kind of
Well,
stuff.
please moderate. I mean, this is out of hand.
Yeah, by the way, if anybody got any questions, just
Wait, no, I told
just ask
him
somebody
to
next to you, because you're all sitting in a group of know-it-alls. They'll all tell you whatever you need to know.
So we do have a microphone right here. It is a live microphone, so I usually say please don't make us regret it, but we give Dana a microphone, so it doesn't get any worse.
Wait a minute!
Come on, it gets worse than Dana. What am I, chopped liver?
I can do this. What's that supposed to? The God mic. I remember.
Is that the cup you pee in usually?
Yeah, no. Always. I bring it. This is a con tip. You wait in one of them big lines to get that shatter panel.
You know, I used to think when I looked at
Tony's back, everybody. A lot more than wine.
when I looked on the pamphlet and it was like only 45 minutes, I thought that's too short. But I don't know. Now I'm thinking no. It might be 20 minutes too long.
A little padded.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're running out of names to mention.
Well, Tony just got here. That gave us another 3 or 4 minutes. And he got for everybody. Well, for solid guys. Of course, you two accepted. Like, I don't care. Strings attached? Bring it on. I don't care what's on the other end of that string. I'll get me a free IPA.
37.
4 minutes.
36, 59, 36.
We've only been here for 7 minutes. Seems like 25 minutes.
I'm gonna let you guys see this.
Yeah. Now you know the kind of pressure we feel when we're up here. Looking at that thing just staring us in the face.
It's not that long. It's not that long.
It's like Oppenheimer watching that countdown.
Yes.
Just come up to the.
Well, we could bring it to
Just,
you.
I mean, scream it out, whatever you would.
Yes.
So it's got like a free
Mike right here. Hello, what's your name?
My name's AC.
Who's the question for?
It's kind of a question for all of you.
I'm gonna tell you. You did it right. I'm gonna tell everybody else.
No.
Make sure it's for everybody. Dino gets a little prickly. And it's specifically for one person. Unless it's for Dino. That's fine. Just to keep the mood light.
True.
Yeah. And I mean that in a nurturing, caring way, of course. Don't twist my arm.
Oh, I don't. What's your balls?
So my name's AC, and my question
Please
is...
don't twist my balls during this.
Let her
Let's
talk.
not twist anyone's balls. My question is, what is your weirdest story from your time in Adult Swim?
I think this battle right now.
I mean, fair enough.
I mean, what's going on? Is the network dead?
We're getting sold off or something?
I don't know.
Some conglomerate bought all of it and now they're... Dave knows, you know more than
No,
me.
I don't. No.
But I mean,
What makes you think like?
well, no, like you read more about it and stuff, like...
The weirdest story I have is when Moral Oral first started, we could go down the line. When Moral Oral first started, I went to look at the promos, and all the names were wrong in the promo of the characters. And I said to the guy who made the promo, really sweet guy, I said, you know, they're wrong. I love the promos, but they're hilarious, but the names are always like, oh, I should have looked at the script. I had the script and I didn't look.
Oh no.
And then I talked to like one of the head of head of development guys, and I'm like, I don't want to get this guy in trouble. He's really sweet. I just think it's funny that he got all the names wrong. He's like, I know he got them all wrong. And I'm like, why didn't you say anything? He's like, he's such a nice guy.
And the thing is, it went to air. It wasn't
Like it couldn't have been fixed.
It went to air wrong.
Yeah, they did it incorrectly on the air.
Yeah.
Like not fixed before.
Yeah. And that's when I knew that wasn't the network for me.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to beat that Boston Moonite bombs. But I do remember like early on going to take a piss in the bathroom at the urinal. Some guy coming up right next to me and is like, "Hey man, congratulations, you really pulled that meatball shit out of the fire." And I was like, "What?" It's like, "Yeah, I had to sell ads on that thing for, oh, what a turd." And I was like,
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I like your meatball hat, by the way.
"Oh, thank you."
His wife.
Yeah, I'm wearing it. I'm wearing it out tonight to restaurants and, you know.
Excellent.
Meet me at Morton's. I'll have that meat steak. Oh, prime rib. And I have the Leonese potatoes.
I never noticed that Dana's impression of his daughter is meatwad.
Yes, it's like it's like different. I think this is just what struck me. We had like a little premiere party kind of thing at some weird. You were there, Dino.
Did I throw food into the ocean?
No, but you were like, "Come over here. Just sit down by me. You're allowed to smoke in here. Just smoke in here." We had cigarettes sitting down in the ground of the bar.
Smoke.
But the thing that stuck out, it was this weird place, and it was a long time ago. Don't worry about it. It was like a long, maybe before nobody smoked. We were there. It was like the premiere of Saul of the Mole Men.
Oh God.
For a deep cut. And the premiere of Tim and Eric's awesome show, Great Job.
Right, I remember that.
Oh, look at that. You say that one and they're all like, "Ah!" Now watch this. Saw the moment.
I saw that one.
Crickets love that show.
I know
They
the
premiered
title.
the first night, and I was like, man, you know, you feel this in the back, you're like, we're going to win. We're going to absolutely be the greatest show. Because it's so weird. It's like Sid and Marty Krofft and stupid and all that stuff. And then like John C. Reilly's there because he's Steve Brule. They was like, oh, that's kind of a peg down on our keeping points kind of thing. And then like they showed Saw the Moment, everybody's like, the fuck? People were even worked on it. We're like, the fuck? And then like, awesome show, great job. Like, oh, you know, I'm like, wow, this is amazing. This is a great show. This is like stupid and crazy. But what I remember is we're sitting around. It was a weird place that had like it had a weird open air area. It was on like Highland, in between, past Hollywood, north. Sorry, we're talking Hollywood. Past Hollywood, but before you get to the valley, there was like a weird kind of, I don't know what kind of space it was, but
I'm bored.
some bomb from further up on the hill threw a full Sprite double big gulp down into the like open air gazebo area where people were standing, and there was this girl who I don't know who she was. She was all dressed like with Botox lips and all that stuff.
Cute.
Yeah. But then like Tim and Eric went, this is our intern, and he kind of looked like Matt Foster. He's a real big guy, and he's talking to this woman who's like the girlfriend of somebody. She didn't work on the show, and he goes, hup. And the guy with him goes, not again. And he goes, hup. And then he goes, but, and like bright neon pink vomit comes out all over this girl in the white dress who's somebody's like a producer's girlfriend or something, and like a spot.
Matt Foster?
It looked like Matt Foster, but it was not Matt Foster.
I thought you said
And then it
Bananas
was like,
Foster.
I'm
Did you
so
throw up
sorry,
Bananas
I'm
Foster?
much better now. And this girl was like, I mean, it's scarring if someone were to projectile vomit all over you. It was all liquid, but I was like, oh shit. And I got a little spot on my shoe and I was like, motherfucker. And then I looked at this lady's like dripping like a candle wax like thing. And I was like, I'm still gonna be pissed off about this little spot on my shoe a little bit. And are there kids here? That motherfucker stayed the rest of the night. He stayed the rest of the night. And
Are there any little motherfuckers here?
excuse me. Any little motherfuckers in the house?
I just did that joke.
You know what I'm talking about. I'd like to say it again.
That always makes it funnier.
No, it's just,
Well, he's got a better delivery.
no, I like him. No, I appreciate it.
You were on Disney Channel.
All right, next question.
Hello. Hey there. This is more touching on Aqua Teen, because Aqua Teen seemed to be like.
I think I can answer that question.
Well,
This is Dino.
definitely more kind of really out there, off the wall stuff.
Yes.
Just went all over the place there.
Lead one.
But
Did you hear me? I lead one.
yeah. What were the limits, if any, given to you on Aqua Teen?
Obviously, no limits whatsoever. That
Wow.
fucking show was out of control.
Anything you could do for under $37.
You're wearing like a catcher.
So we
Hip hop,
Yeah,
1984.
A little rascal.
yeah. Come on, Spanky.
Yeah, I think that was our original tagline. Ad tagline: No limits, with a Z. Yeah, no, really, just the $37 budget.
Wow.
Yeah.
That cheap.
Yeah, well, yeah, and we could only have three mouths, so we couldn't use the O mouth. So if we had a lip
Explain
flap,
what that means, though.
well, you know, when you ever lip flap somebody's voice on a cartoon, they have like 7 mouths.
But if they said hello, it would look like this. Hella. Right?
Yeah, we just
Wouldn't go.
our character talk. I can't.
What if they whistled? What would happen? They couldn't do an
People
O.
just thought it was just a really melodic
It's like-
fart.
Or like those people who have like that tooth lisp. So I'm gonna talk to you about what am I gonna say?
We had Frylock floated because we couldn't afford to have him walk, and that's why Shake waddled, and Meatwad rolled even though his face stayed stationary because that defied physics, but that was the only way we could afford to do it.
Nice. That made it a hit.
I feel like
Yeah, that was it. How they moved. That's what really triggered audiences.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. Don't hog it.
Just out of curiosity, because you guys weren't just on Adult Swim, you guys were on Adult Swim in like 2002 when the only thing were like South Park and Family Guy. So what were you guys' thoughts when you're like going to do this new project for basically cartoons that were made for stoners?
Was that a question?
Yeah, I don't understand the thing.
What was it?
What was your idea? Basically, what were your guys' first thoughts of being part of Adult Swim, like when it was first created?
That's more you guys, because I came in a couple years
Not me.
later.
That's only Dave.
Well, I was happy to have a job. I mean, but it was my job. I mean, I came from working on Space Ghost, which was like my boss's, basically his fucking hobby, and I was like, that's my career, this guy's hobby. And, so I was very fortunate, and, the woman I ended up marrying, but we were just dating at the time, I showed her the pilot for Aqua Teen, and like a year later, she confessed, she was like, I did not think there was a future there. My father thought that was problematic for you as a career. So I don't know. I went that, but the great thing about it was I wasn't thinking about it. I don't think any of us were thinking. Well,
There wasn't
you
a lot
might
of.
have. You had I mean, you did all sorts of cool stuff. This was just, I was working at a network that just happened to start Adult Swim, and I just happened to be there. I was just very lucky. I was right there, right when this was happening.
I remember being in my favorite bar and seeing an Adult Swim poster before Moral Earl was on, and I was like, wow, what the fuck is that?
Do you remember though, like, we had this party and we brought everybody down?
Ice storm.
Well, for the ice storm, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was a lot of fun.
Ice storm.
Yeah, and we all went down to Atlanta, and there was an ice storm, and we drank.
First there was the shrimp boil.
Yeah.
Mike last.
And we couldn't go home. It was great.
Yeah, it was like the first time they had a bunch of kind of new shows and new guys working on shows that weren't necessarily in Atlanta. So Mike Lazo wanted to bring all the show creators to Atlanta.
Can I though say, like, we sold a shit ton of DVDs, like more than and it was like we didn't realize. And the guy who did the DVD, who sold the DVDs out of Adult Swim was like, "You guys are selling some DVDs," like, and then we were like, "We want a party." And then Lazo said, "Well, if we're having a party, we're gonna bring everybody in." So that party was gonna happen for 30 people. And then Lazo was like,
imagine how much more booze you would have had.
And
if I wasn't there, first of all.
That party for the 30 people was, they bought 30 Ferraris.
No,
Engines running.
my memory of that party was coming out to my car the next day, very hungover, and there's 5 pounds of barbecue that I had loaded onto, because I was like, this barbecue's going to waste. And then I just skidded my car home.
I think we were just drinking mostly.
Just a floorboard full of just pulled pork.
Jay did a whole, but they brought all the show creators out. People had never met each other, and certainly like Dino and
That was the first time I met
him and Eric were there,
Yeah.
and Christy Caracas from Super Jail, the Robot Chicken guys. I remember one guy, I don't remember who it was, but they worked at Adult Swim, but they had they were working on a show that was it was sort of like I'm Not Rappaport for all the theater fans out there. It was like 2 old fuckers at an old age home. Sorry, Marshall and Marshall. Here,
Coffin Dodgers.
I said that. I don't know, but it was Judd Hirsch from Taxi as the old Jewish guy, and most exciting, actually the voice of it, Rudy Ray Moore, Dolomite, as the voice of the other old guy, and like they were,
Or as Trump calls him, Delemity.
Dolomite.
Yes.
I wasn't ready for that. You're stone-faced.
I've been waiting to tell that joke for 4 years now.
You've been waiting for somebody to bring up Rudy Ray Moore Dolomite.
Yeah.
And hoping that Kamala Harris was running for president. So you could use that. It was a perfect storm.
I know, I couldn't believe it.
And we only got 12 people here. Look at that.
You know, if you tell 12 friends and they tell 12 friends, it'll be all over the world.
Best 12 people
Yeah.
that could be here.
Thank you.
Thank you for cutting him off.
Hi, this is a question specifically for Dino. I remember reading a bunch about specifically because Moral Oral mentions religion a lot, like you had some weird censorship moments from Adult Swim. Did you have a favorite example of that?
Yeah, they didn't like it when we mentioned abortion. There was one where Oral goes through a haunted house, and one of the areas was like an abortion clinic or something like that. And, I can't remember what the joke was. It was probably better than that. But they're like, you can't do it. You know, we're in the Bible Belt, and I'm like, okay. So I made it a racist joke instead. And they loved it. They're from the South. So everyone was afraid of black people. Yeah. Yep.
Thank you.
Adult Swim. Are you sad that you asked that question?
Can I say, we had an episode of Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell, and we were about to shoot it, and Satan had brought all the aborted fetuses to hell because for natural reasons they had not been christened, but also he made sure everyone had a gun because he wanted to make sure that everyone could protect themselves.
Right.
And Lazo called me on Christmas Eve. Like, we're gonna shoot this in a little over a week, and he's like, you can have guns or abortions, but you cannot have both.
No abortion by gun.
And we had all these cute little fetus puppets. Like, we paid a lot of money for these fetus puppets.
Do you think it was because he was at the Christmas Eve services at his church and suddenly thinking about the episode?
We came in and we both gave him a copy of Twin Peaks on DVD and pretended like...
Lazo's notes to me were like, after the second season got a little more serious, he's like, man, I need more piss, I need more sperm. Yeah, he had a note, Dan Harmon told me, for Rick and Morty. He's like, in Rick's office or whatever, his lab, I want to see a clock there. And Dan said, why? I just like to know what time it is. And Dan said, tell you what, I'll put a clock in there if you talk to your psychiatrist and ask why you want a clock there.
Hello.
I also have a question specifically for Dino.
No.
Could you talk a little bit about what the makeup process for becoming Starburns was like? Did you go method for that character?
Yeah, I'm naturally ugly, thank you. But I did my own sideburns myself. The makeup people did it on the first episode, and they looked like weird starfish. Like, you know, they were all kind of like,
Yeah, star shape, yeah.
and, so after that, I would shave them myself. And someone actually came up to a table today and said, it was weird, they were always different. The makeup people always did something. No, that was me being a drunk. I always like shaved them differently. It was very realistic. Go sit down.
Fuck David Zaslav.
Yeah, fuck who? Saskov? Who's Zaslav?
Sasquatch.
Who?
The Warner Discovery CEO.
Even he doesn't know who he is. I don't mean you, I mean that guy. we're
David
talking about
Zaslav doesn't know who he is.
Exactly.
David Skazgalov.
Fuck that guy.
Is moral orals on Max, right?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
That's a good question.
I have no idea where it is.
Oh, Tony's, yeah, you have a good question about that, right? Not now.
Wait.
Wait,
Next.
your turn. No,
Next. No, next. Everyone must wait.
Hi. I was wondering if you could insult me in your respective characters' voices.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, we can.
Oh shit.
That's my voice.
You just say yes, man.
Yeah. That's about it for me.
Get that every time.
Yeah, but you don't look like a woman like he does.
Why is it an insult to be a woman?
It's not, but he feels it.
Rough.
It ain't an insult to be a woman. Let me tell you something. I love broads.
Canceled in San Jose. That's why we're only doing one.
I mean,
Not this one. He's a little flat.
I mean,
But
cancel follows me around, baby.
It's like in Christmas Carol when it's like whatever in hunger under his robe. They follow you at cancellation and Me Too. Well, not Me Too, just canceled. Waiting for some crumbs.
There's a few Me Too's out there.
there's nothing wrong with you
Yours are
that
me
it's a military school and maybe, you know, a tour in Afghanistan wouldn't fix. You just gotta grow up.
We're a hard year at Chico State Penitentiary.
I'm so glad Dana and I had a little conversation so you could think of all that.
They'll come out with all those.
Well, Dana, you gotta do Master Shake now.
I'm not here to be a puppet.
You're a monkey.
do
You're
it.
a dancing monkey.
Do it as chowder.
Yeah.
Do it as your
Hey
character.
there, buddy. What mother doesn't like you best? You look like a pair of snarfberries that I crapped out yesterday. Is that your face or did your neck throw up? Why don't you sit on some, press your face into some dough so we can make some asshole cookies? Try that. I don't know.
Okay, sit down, you piece of shit. Now.
You're welcome. And also, you're welcome.
Howdy, fellas.
Tony,
Good to see you again, Dana.
ask that question about the.
Do I have to though?
No,
Yeah.
he only has
April
one
knows,
question.
April
I have
knows.
All right. Well, if I only have.
And it'll be real quick.
Oh, you can ask two
two.
questions.
You can ask two.
Wait,
All
look.
right, I was complaining. That,
Do one question, then have him, and then you go
Yeah.
third.
But you got when you guys switch.
All right.
You gotta hold hands. You gotta do the hoedown skip in a circle and a half, a rondelay they call it.
And tickle each other's balls while you do it.
I mentioned to Dana that there were some Aqua Teen episodes missing from Max.
The ones they
And he said,
won't
a
let
couple of them.
on anymore. All I know is
I knew-
Shake Like
yeah.
Me is not on. They removed it from existence.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't even find it
I
on
don't think
YouTube.
I don't think the Dickisode.
No, that one's
Oh,
on
it's there. Plenty of dick.
With the dicks?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they blur out.
Dickisode's there. All
Blur
the
out the
hand
dick
banana.
rocket ship, but all that stuff is there.
Yeah, like,
the only one I knew
cool.
that wasn't there was Shake Like Me, because me and my buddy like to say.
What about the to be continued episode?
That's there too.
Oh.
All these other things are there.
All right. Can we get to my real question?
No, wait a minute. Alaman, Rondelay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Please, no, grab
Hold
hands.
hands.
Grab hands. Just grab
Tickle
hands.
each other's balls.
Do a little 1.5 time.
All right.
Famous
Tickle
Rondelay.
each other's balls.
In my 50 years as a professional square dance caller, that's the worst rondelay I've ever seen.
I haven't rondelet since.
Yeah, okay.
4th grade.
Yeah.
Leave her out of this. All right.
Okay. My question was just at the MC Chris show in SF last night, and so question I guess is kind of the iterations of MCP Pants going through, his different reincarnations. I guess the general question is just like, is there a favorite, or what was sort of your creative process in trying to come up with the next?
I mean, increasingly running out of ideas into
Little
less
brittle.
interesting permutations. Of
When I first met him,
character.
I only saw his name on my email, and I called him Mick Chris by mistake. I'm very old.
I don't know that first one. I guess I don't know. That was, I mean, pretty much the same premise every time.
Sit
Good
down,
answer.
please.
It's called an evergreen. It's the phrase.
Second question.
The whole thing you guys said about the dancing monkeys is going to come into play here. This one's specifically for David. Can we get some Carl guitar solo? Maybe some I Want to Rock Your Body in parentheses to the break of dawn?
Yeah.
Well, if you've studied the episode, and you clearly have, you would know that I am just barely legally doing the riff from Led Zeppelin's The Ocean. Wah 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 wah, billy wah billy wah wah be do buddy wah do do do, poo ba da da poo do ba poo do da do dee 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 dee.
Yeah.
Thing is, I'm picturing your children in their dorms with this viral video of their father. That's what my daughter does. See, they have no clue what we do with these things. And we do stuff like this.
Yeah, my daughter, I took her to Comic-Con once. She's like, Dad, look at everyone wearing every costume from every show except yours.
Every single show,
Yeah, I recreated.
Is that guy? Yeah, he's dressed like the Alka-Seltzer spokesman from the 50s.
Can you get me some Rick and Morty stuff?
Yeah.
Do you know Rick or Morty?
No,
Yes.
but I know me, but yeah. We know that.
Oh, we all know me what. We don't need.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
What's that? But you know he can't do.
Meatwad
I can do-
in the
I
death
can do-
rattle.
I can do Minnie Mouse, but I gotta do Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, this is my favorite. Wait a minute. Dino knows I love
Not gonna
Disney.
be as funny.
He does
Laugh.
the best Disney impersonations.
Yeah, well,
Mickey
here it goes.
and Minnie.
I gotta get into it by doing Mickey. Hi everybody, how's it going? Now Minnie's higher.
But do it how you would touch for my daughter. Like, the first time you did it right out of the game, we're like, Goofy, you fucking bitch!
I know, but there's adults here now. There's not enough kids. Yes, sir.
Hello. Hi, this question for Dino. I was wondering, obviously in previous interviews you've said that Moral Laurel didn't take inspiration from Davy and Goliath.
Not the writing.
Yeah, not the writing, of course, but I mean, obviously with the claymation influence and the Christian themes, I mean, how much do you feel Davy and Goliath influence Moral Orel as opposed to like Leave It to Beaver?
I don't think much. I felt like it was an obvious way to go with stop motion. I didn't even think it was going to be a stop motion show. I just thought it was going to be. I wanted to do it with marionettes originally. But then Robot Chicken had a studio and they were off, and I was literally plugged in there so the studio wouldn't go under. So so they had work to do, and so that's why it became stop motion. And I thought, well, the obvious way to go now is Davy and Goliath. So we geared some of the characters to look a little bit like those characters. But you know, if you look at Davy next to Orel, they're very different. Stop motion characters look similar no matter what. You know, there's a lot of similarities in that way. Dumb looking hands, yeah. Yeah, you have a microphone. Talk into
I
it.
was saying that to you. That was a private.
Oh yeah, that's just. Oh yeah, private. Okay, can you guys
Excuse
speak
me.
for a second? Dumb looking hands.
Yeah.
And just want to say thank you. You also answered a second question of mine, so.
What was the second question?
It was, how did you pitch Adult Swim on a stop motion show when the only other show was Robot Chicken? I feel like a lot of it is more traditional 2D animation.
Well, the pitch actually for Moral Orel, Nick Weidenfeld, I was meeting him for the first time, and I was like hungover and on coke and shit like that. and I was like, I was kind of like shaking, and I didn't know how to pitch. And he had just come from like, he got into a car accident, so he was shaking. And I'm like, so is this kid, and he's, I don't know how to do this. He's like, just, I'll pick up 12 episodes. Oh my God. Like literally, he was like, yeah, I trust you.
I love that you say you didn't know how to do this, but like he also, it's not like he was the head of development for 40 years.
He knew nothing.
Like he was like 12 years old.
No, I knew how to do it. I was just high. And,
no, I know, but like
and
it's
hungover
so ridiculous that it sounds like he's this storied professional of greenlighting phase.
Well, I didn't know.
All right, kid.
I didn't know who he was.
No, yeah.
You know.
Did you pitch it anywhere else?
Yeah, pitch it to like you know, CBS. Literally, just went with Robert Smigel and I were pitching it around for a while because you know I was like, I have this idea, and he's like, sure, I'll executive produce it. And then we went to Adult Swim, and they said, yeah, we don't really have enough money for both of you. So Robert's like, that's fine. Don't worry about it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Go fuck yourself.
You mean to nurturing, caring way.
Nurturing, caring way.
Twist his words.
I was just wondering how much time was left.
Oh, dear me.
5 minutes and 30,
You know what?
29,
No.
28, 27.
No, I can answer it in the way Britt's asking. 1.5 more cans of wine.
No, I do have a real question. How do you guys come up with the voices that you create for your characters?
Experience, dreams, imagination. We're always observing. I'm always listening. Never stop listening.
He just does his own fucking voice.
Yeah, you ready? Hi, it's me, Gazpacho from Chowder. Oh, wait, who's that knocking on the door? Hey, it's me, Scratch, from the Ghost of Milo McGee. And look who I'm with. Whoa, it's my old buddy, Master Shane. Hey, meatwad, you little rapscallion.
Oh my God.
Who's that over there? It's me, Granny. Not enough for you. Let's get to somebody else.
What about a tree shrub lawyer?
Guilty.
Thanks.
There's some other one that's President Breyer from the Venture Brothers. Alchemist. Yeah, hey, it's me, Graballa the Hutt. Star Wars universe. Same guy. Hey, try the buffet. That guy used to be so mad. We'd record Star Wars, and they would record me alone. I didn't know that it was because they always want me to improvise, but like there's a guy with the Necronomicon from Star Wars, okay?
Necronomicon?
Like, because they'd say like
Book of the
the
Dead.
encyclopedia
From Star Wars.
Well, the encyclopedia.
It's like the Book of the Dead.
No, this guy's like big, long, black fingernails, no hair, like bloodshot.
Was
red
there a
eyes.
Necronomicon in Star Wars? Wikipedia?
Anyway,
Wikipedia?
this guy's the Star Wars master. He's from Lucasfilm. They send him down because sometimes what'll happen is, oh, we need a name of a planet they're heading to, and this guy will go like, Nyang, meet Zorp. It's like the people in Minority Report, the pool, they're like, there's 7 planets in this solar system you're talking about. It could be one of these 8 things. They have all the information, the canon, the Star Wars canon. So anything you say is from the Star Wars canon.
Have you ever seen Cannon, the police show?
Oh, yeah.
It's a
William
show about
Conrad.
a cop. The whole idea is he's fat.
That
He's
literally
just a
is.
fat cop.
He's always making food.
Yeah.
And talking like, you should try these Jamaican fritters. They're off the hook. They're incredible.
Yeah.
I made you some Greek
And
salad.
he literally sometimes stops criminals by belly
his
hitting.
his famous move.
It's not a joke.
Is he does this?
Yeah.
He belly busts.
It's
up.
not even a
Are
comedy.
you talking about Canon?
Cannon.
Yeah. I never watched it as a kid, but I'd always see the.
Oh yeah.
I would see the title sequence. And
I never watched it either, but a friend of ours does.
Our friend Bob is obsessed with it. Oh no, he does the belly buster like every 4th episode. And it'll be like, you'll never catch me alive, Cannon. And then he'll like come up and just punch his gut in the other guy's stomach and knock him into a pile of empty boxes.
I think
that
they came
somehow-
up with it after Ironside because they're like, Ironside is in a wheelchair. He's handicapped. What's another good handicap? Oh, fatness.
Oh, fat.
Yeah, fat. A fucking fat fuck.
And back then, like William Conrad had like 15% body fat. He wasn't like, it was like,
Yeah, but he gained it.
70s.
Oh yeah,
But he's always cooking.
That series was
talking
good for him.
about like, it's great to watch. It's great.
It's on.
But yeah,
it's
that,
on Me
that
TV
Star
or
Wars
something.
guy, we used to make up stuff, and I was
1 minute and 30 seconds. We're really killing good time.
I would say like
Cannon.
to like the guy John DiMaggio, he'll be like, somebody hand me a space pen. I need to sign this contract. But like in the show. But then what that meant was like in this Star Wars Necronomicon Beelzebub thing.
Hey, we only have 1 minute and 13 seconds.
It's like now like just a thing of space pen. And it's in there as like what
He's not
Kabbalah the
listening.
Hutt used to
Just go
sign
ahead.
the contract.
Start talking.
Just a question for Dana.
We only have a minute left.
What is your most what is the voice that intimidates you the most? Like what role that is like intimidates you?
To listen or
like
to do?
Like to do.
My own voice.
He hates himself.
Yeah,
And that's with 40.
everybody.
I think we have enough time to say goodnight, and we love you so much.
Any last words for the next 30 seconds?
Go fuck yourself.
Nice.
Anything else?
Carl? Any last words?
Yeah, congratulations. You made it to the end.
Yeah.
8 seconds.
Not for everybody. Whichever character, same voice.
Yes, you.
Wait, that's it.
Please give it up